Hi everybody. I got a couple requests to teach this song, A Dreadful Wind and Rain. It was one of the oldest songs that I play. It's the first written recordings of it are from the 1650s, and there are different versions of the same story in the oral tradition all over Europe, so it probably goes back much further than that. I learned the way that I play it from the recording of Jerry Garcia and David Grisman on their album Shady Grove. So I'll start here with the tuning. I'm in sawmill tuning, but I'm tuned down quite away from standard. So standard sawmill tuning would be G, D, G, C, D. Be the same as like standard bluegrass tuning, but with the second string tuned up a half step. But where I am, I tune it down to make it easier to sing with it. That's D sharp, A sharp, D sharp, G sharp, A sharp. So I'll start with the introduction. I just strum these two chords. The first one is, so that's, go to the third fret of the fourth string, second fret of the third string, open second string, third fret of the first string. And then that chord is just fretting the second fret of the second string. And I just strum those chords as an introduction and kind of between verses. I'm playing this claw hammer, and I also do a open string pull off on the first string. That's one that I learned from a video of Clarence Ashley. You can see him doing that, the way he plays the cuckoo bird, and Clifton Hicks uses that as well, I think. It kind of fills out the claw hammer pattern. Now for the melody, I'll start by playing it slowly. You just watch. So you're going to start on the second fret of the second string, then the second fret of the first string, then that's a pull off from the second fret of the second string to the fourth fret of the third string. So that's third fret of the first string, pull off on the second fret of the first string, open on the second string, then second fret of the second string, open, and then this is another chord that I don't really know what it is. This is the only song I use it in, I think, but I go on the second fret of the second string and the fourth fret of the third string. And I kind of hang out there for a minute. Then second fret of the second string to the second fret of the first string, up to the 5th fret of the first string. Pull off from the 2nd fret of the first string to the open 2nd string. Back to the 2nd fret of the first string. So 2nd fret of the first string, open on the first string. Open 2nd string. 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Now just do a hammer on to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string. Then open on the 2nd string. 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Open on the 3rd string. And that's the whole melody. I'll play it for you again slow and then at speed. There were two sisters went a-walking down the stream, oh, the wind and rain. The one behind pushed the other one and cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Johnny gave the youngest one a gay gold ring, oh, the wind and rain. He didn't give the other one anything, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. They pushed her into the river to drown, oh, the wind and rain. They watched her as she floated on down, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. She floated as she came to the miller's pond, oh, the wind and rain. Oh, mother and father, there swims a swan, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. The miller pulled her out with a fishing hook, oh, the wind and rain. He pulled her up and out of the brook, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. He laid her on the banks to dry, oh, the wind and rain. When a fiddle and fair came passing by, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. Out of the woods came a fiddler fair, oh, the wind and rain. He took 30 strands of long yellow hair, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. He made a fiddle bow from a long yellow hair, oh, the wind and rain. He made a fiddle bow from a long yellow hair, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. He made fiddle pegs from a long finger bones, oh, the wind and rain. He made the fiddle pegs from a long finger bones, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. He made the fiddle from her breastbone, oh, the wind and rain. The sound melt a heart of stone, cried, oh, the dreadful wind and rain. was all the wind and rain. The only tune that fiddle would play was all the dreadful wind and rain. So there you go. That's how I play it. Dreadful Wind and Rain. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them in the comment section and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you for watching.